Hi guys and welcome to my channel igama lami ngusne and this is my YouTube channel Intandokazi Beauty Intelligence. So if you are new here, please do the right thing and hit the subscribe button so you can officially join the family. If you've been here before, welcome back, Han. So I took the time to make this video because I just want to formally introduce myself to my YouTube family, because I don't feel like I have a video that fully gives an idea of who I am. I am new to YouTube, but I do want whoever that is interested in my channel to have a slight idea of who the girl is. So I'm gonna get right on it. Do stay tuned, and I really hope you enjoy this video. So, igama lami in full, I am Snenhlanhla Mthembu, and my other surname is Hlatshwayo because the Mthembu surname is my mom's side, and Hlatshwayo is my dad's surname, so that's my other surname. So yeah, I was born and raised at Ulundi, raised by my grandparents, born by Ujabulile Mthembu, my mom, and nesoka lakhe my dad what's my dad's English name? Alex Hlatshwayo. So they have my dad has a nickname that I normally call him by, but I'm not gonna call him by that name right now. So when my mom had me, she was in school, in university. So she had me and then she left me at home at Ulundi with my grandma and my granddad, who raised me like their own. Yeah, bangikhulise kahle. I love them so much. And ikhaya lalifudumele, and my mom and her sisters, which are my aunts, would come and visit now and then when they have time or if it's holidays. And yeah, so Ngakula when I started school, I went to Mahlabathini Primary School, and my grandma was a teacher there. So when I never went to crash and preschool, so I just jumped straight to grade 1, and my grandma was a grade 1 teacher. So whilst I was growing up, I have a brother, a cousin brother of mine, but I don't even consider him a cousin. He's my brother because we grew up and we were raised like twins. So behlala ndawonye, and when we started school, we started together. We were the same age because he is only a month older than me. So when we started primary, I feel like we were very privileged to be in the class where my grandma was the class teacher. So I can just say it was easy for us to start school because my grandma stayed on a teacher until we were in grade 6. Yeah, until we were in grade 6, and then she retired, and yeah, sasala ke sodwa ke manje kwaphela ke nokuthi ke manje siyalandwa every day esikoleni, because my grandpa used to drop us nogogo esikoleni, and then he would go to work as well. He was a principal at Mabedlane High School. So my grandparents had a very long career in teaching. So when I was born, my grandpa was already a principal, and ugogwami, when I was born, she was teaching at this school that I started grade 1 at, but she had been a teacher almost her whole life. So Yeah, growing up, and Ugogo left school. She retired, obviously, I think 2 years after my grandpa. So siyalandwa esikoleni, ugogo akasasebenzi, okay, asisalandwa. Sesiqala manje into entsha esingayazi, sigibela ibhasi to school, and nje it wasn't such a big adjustment. We just, because Pella, we already had friends who were taking a bus to school, so it was easy. Sasha Shukjwael. So okay, and then from primary I went to high school at Masbumbane High School. That used to be, well, I don't know how it is now, but at that time, it used to be a very popular, sort of like um, high class high school there at Tulundi, because it had a lot of resources that other schools didn't have, and it had this kind of sort of Model C thing going on, because we were like expected to speak in English all the time. I remember at some point they were like, the way they wanted us to be used to to speaking English. They even started a thing where the class RCL, if they can hear you speak Zulu to your friend, they should give you a ticket and write your name down. And you can even give it back to the RCL if you hear them speaking in Zulu. So we did that, and then Ntambama, everyone who would be in the list would go to the office and get punished. So yeah, I remember my high school years were the best years of my life as a teenager. So yeah, I remember how ngangihlupa yo ngangihlupa. I gave my parents a very hard time. So yeah, fine, get part of growing up anyway. But get I ngahlupha shem e high school angifuna manga. I used to give my grandma like, yo, I used to make my grandma run around because of indlela engangihlupha ngayo. But umkhulu, not that he wasn't observant of my ways, he was, but it's just that umkhulu was more calm compared to my grandma. So ugogo nje wayekulanda nje ngesibhaxi manje. So growing up as ingane kagogo nomkhulu, I stayed in a home where you don't just go out, you don't just let friends come in your house. I remember my grandma used to hit me and my brother just for going at a neighbor's house. Sashawa thina sishayela ukuthi umi kamakhelwane. So we didn't have that freedom of like, gogo, I'm going out with my friends or whatever. Not that ke phela ke ulundi selungconywana manje, but at the time nje angazi ukuthi wawungathi to go out uyaphi yokwenzani eplaza yodla KFC and that's it. But yeah, ke phela that was a form of going out for us. So right now it's a lot better. It's developing, even though it develop kancane. But yeah, so yeah, bangikhulisa ke ugogo nomkhulu, and then I fell pregnant whilst I was in high school doing grade 11. Ngiyakhumbula nje ugogo umkhulu had started realizing that, hey, girl is getting out of hand. So I remember this one time he talked to my mom, and he said to her, I suspect your daughter is getting dirty with men now. So So imagine just something so embarrassing being noticed by your grandpa who'd say, I was so busy, man. So, okay, and my mom told me, ukuthi, do you realize ukuthi umkhulu is like noticing ukuthi usugangile manje? Okay, it's fine. I was very scared and shocked by that because I expected him to beat the F out of me, but umkhulu was never like that. He was very quiet. Mushawa uyena. I was usuka ngempela usuwehlule. So, okay, fine. Growing up, having a baby at 16, I've talked about this before in my previous video. And yeah, okay, fine. And I come to Durban. I'm not gonna lie, when I had when I had my son, actually, I thought it was the end of me. Okay, so having a baby, moving in with my mom now, and after a while giving birth, going back to Ulundi, and then I stayed at Ulundi for a few months, just because I just needed ingane ukuthi ikhula kancane. So, oh, I stayed for a year. Yeah, I stayed for a year. And then when he turned 1, then I left. So, whilst I was at Ulundi, conversation between me and my grandma being, fanele ubuye esikoleni phela, umetric wakho and whatnot. So, yeah. Okay, ugogo, she wanted me to register at a school there at Ulundi, but I had different plans for myself. So me having different plans for myself, I came here to Durban, tried to pursue me going back to school this side. Kodwa-ke phela-ke, as much as ugogo was like, no, I want you to stay here and complete your metric here, she gave me her blessing when I was like, no, Gogo, I want to go to Durban. So, okay, fine. Mangibuya la eThekwini, it didn't quite work out as I had planned, because I ended up doing a course in FET, or yeah, FET, something like that. So okay, it's fine. I did that, and yeah, it went well, but I still had a problem phela ukuthi I didn't have metric. Iy'kole zalana-ke eThekwini-ke zinakho lokho ukuthi nje they just take you nje, especially lezi ey'gcwele edrobheni, they just take you nje because nje bafuna lento abayifunayo njalo end of the month. So okay, it's fine. And then I only did my metric later than the time I had planned for myself. So, okay, fine. And then there was a time where I was like, because initially I had wanted to do IT. So, due to the unfortunate circumstances zokuthi imethi yami yayithi nje hayi cha bandla uzogcina nje ngokufisa ukuthi wenze IT. So yeah, I didn't qualify to do IT. When I went to Damelin, actually bengifuna ukuyoyenza lapho. So I opted ukuthi I was going to do business management instead, because there was no way I was going to go back to school again to try and fix my maths results. Nje, I was like, I have a baby now, ngidinga nje ukuthi ngifunde ngiqede ngisebenze. Okay. Hi, whilst ngisaphithene ngisabhizi nalokho, baby girl comes. I fall pregnant with the daughter now. Ay nalapho ngibona ukuthi yabona-ke nje kushuthi ngempela nje mina kuyaphela ngempela-ke nami bese kukhona ihope nyana yabo. So I had a baby girl, but after she turned 2, then I went back to school again, manje, on like a serious note. So I would take her to crash and go to school and then fetch her later, and then we come back together. So nje, yeah, and then I did in the midst of all of that, I did a computer course. It was a 6 month computer course, and yeah, ngaqeda nakhona ngathola isitifiketi. Angisakhumbuli leya course ukuthi ayibizwa ngani, because I thought that certificate was going to help me to look for a job, maybe in admin or whatever nje office work I can get. Until there's this time where my mom said to me, yes, Sne, I saw a school, because it's always been evident, Uti, I'm passionate about beauty ever since I was a little girl. So my mom was like, Sneh, I saw a school in town, Essenza e beauty, and I feel like their fees are reasonable. I was like, oh, okay. And then I went and checked it out. And then after checking it out, I spoke to one of my aunts, Aunt Nondo, and then I told her, I met her in town actually, and I told her, ukuthi, yazi kunesikole kanje kanje, esenza e-beauty, and I would really love to get to do this course. And then my aunt just right there and there, sakhuluma lapho, wavela wathi, sekuphi? I'm just Sisele and Sister drop in Salisbury. I don't know if the school is still there. And then she was like, oh, okay, I said register. Oh, I was like, what? I was so happy. I don't want to lie. I was so happy. Sahamba, Sakon, we inquired and they told us what they needed from us. Same time, Sahamba, Sayo photocopy, ID. I'm just so glad, Guti, I had most of the things that they needed. They wanted proof of residence and whatnot. And my aunt had electricity bill on her. And then we used that and photocopied my things, and we came back same time, same day. She paid deposit, and then I was registered, and kwakuzovulwa in like a week, in like 4 days actually. So master to register, they tell me how to properly dress, because ngafika ngi like my it is this and I used to wear a very big size compared to this. I've toned it down a bit now. So I was nje of what I need to bring. So at that school they didn't provide tools like your beauty kit. You had to go and buy it yourself. So we went and bought everything same time. So I was very happy, I don't want to lie. And then my beauty career started, because whilst I was there eskoleni, I got a part-time job at a spa. I think they had only started, I'm not sure if they had only started their spa or they had just got premises to work at, because they also started working from home and traveling to clients, just like how I'm doing right now. So yeah, and I used to do makeup kakhulu for them. Whilst I was doing my beauty course, I was like, I will never nje do a massage ngizoyifunda nje phela, because it's part of the course, and I will never do nails nayo ngizofunda nje phela because yabo. So when I started working, I realized ukuthi I have to like master all of these things that I've learned, because kwezinye indawo they only hire you if you can do a massage. Yeah, kwezinye indawo for them to hire you, you have to know how to do a massage. And yeah, I started working part-time, and sometimes I would do massages, but it's just that when I started, I wasn't that good at massages. I wasn't good at applying pressure, that's why. So when I finished my course, I graduated, everyone was so happy. I remember how proud and very happy my grandma was, because she was like, oh, when anomkhulu wakho we used to talk about this thing yakho ukuthi at such a young age you it was already clear what you were going to become because we could see ukuthi you love doing hair, you love working on people's nails, you like a lot of things, and then as ukhula you liked doing your face and whatnot, even though like the face bit wasn't that good at that time, but phela you know times change and izinto ziyangokuya ziba developer into a better version of themselves. So yeah, and then I remember my grandpa used to say usine nje menge ngawini lotho nje usine nje ngizomvulela isalon. I think that was one of the sweetest things he used to say when he talked about me. So yeah, and then I graduated. I'm so happy my grandma was still around for that, even though I wished my grandpa was still around also, but I know wherever he was like, I knew this girl was gonna master this and choose this as her path. So when I finished learned I remember someone saying to me, well, this is someone I wouldn't say dated, but someone I had planned to someone whom we were trying to pursue a relationship with. He said, I told him, oh, I've graduated. When I told him I wanted to go for this course, he was like, ugh, you want to go for beauty? There's no money in that. Then I was like, this guy, he clearly does not know me. I am not going to not do what I'm passionate about and what I love just because you feel a certain way about it. So when I did the course, and then I think when I started the course, we like sahlelelana because I was a bit turned off with it. You know, I didn't want that thing. I didn't want someone in my ear discouraging what I'm trying to pursue. Okay, so when I was done with the course, at some point he contacted me and then we met up, and then I was like, I'm done with my beauty course, so now I'm trying to get a job. And at the time when I started working, I would work here for like maybe a month, get bored and go somewhere else. I was very lucky with getting jobs, and he used to be like, hey, up and down here, today you telling me you found a job here, the next you've left that place, you've gone to that place. Do you know that you'll not always be that lucky? You finding jobs left, right, and center like easily. And I'm like, this guy. Okay, fine. So when he started making like negative comments about, so you misaligned you a beauty therapist for the rest of your life, in my head I'm like, this person isn't even asking me what plan do I have, because I've never planned to work as an employee all my life. No, I went into this because in future I wanted, I had a thing in my head, no, in future I'm going to open my own shop, I'm going to be my own boss and whatever. And at the time I didn't even realize there was an option of doing this thing mobile where you travel to clients. Okay, I'm coming back to that. So yeah, that relationship just, I'm not going to say ended because it didn't even start. It was just a fling. So I'm mentioning this because I want to send a message ukuthi ungalinge nje udido umuntu afuna ukuyekisa into wena on a plan ngayo afuna ukwenzisa ethandwa uyena, because at the end of the day it's your career, it's your choice. It's ngisho ngathi umuntu ibukela phansi kanjani into ofuna ukuyenza, but wena if you have a plan about it and you know how you're going to go about it to make it a success, go for it, hun. And most of the time people who are partners tend to want to make you do something that is going to be of satisfaction to them. But what about you? Because when of every day emsebenzini. Yeah, so okay. Then I started working at this place where okay, just to cut the story short, it didn't take me that long to remain as an employee. The only job like that was long term for me. It was 1 year, 6 months. Yeah, I think I stayed at work for 1 year, 6 months. That's a story for another day. I think I should do a story time on that. How and why I left my job. So ngashesha ngakhathala nje ukuba i-employee yomuntu, and then I started intandokazi. Right now I'm working mobile, but it's definitely part of my plan to open shop, which I don't feel like I'm ready for right now, because as much as it might seem like it's easy, it's not easy, but I'm not ready. And as much as I get people in my ear like, you should open a shop now, I mean, they mean well, but the thing is sometimes people tend to ukuthi obviously basuke bekufisela into enhle, but uthola ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi you can't really explain to them why you are not ready for that. So but it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen, and when it happens, I'm definitely gonna share it with y'all guys. So right now I'm happy with how I control my business, visiting clients, and some of them they come to me, and I have a way of how I meet up with my clients and how I control the time, because I can't go to someone I don't know like way past the time where I close, because I start working at 9 a.m. and I stop at 6 p.m. And the people that take me there, I try to make sure that people who take me there are drivers I've been working with, because I use Uber drivers, are drivers that I've been working with for quite some time, that are gonna be observant umuntu angishiya kuyena, and be back at this time, So yeah, and I am very passionate with what I do. I love what I do. I don't allow anything or any comment or any negative vibe to interfere with what I do. I love doing massages. I love doing makeup. I love as I actually developed love for massage le engangithi nje ngeke ngize ngiyenze, but when you doing a massage for someone and you can feel and see ukuthi relax, they enjoy what you're doing, sometimes they fall asleep, it makes me very happy. So I'm so glad ukuthi uNkulunkulu and my ancestors blessed me with a gift that makes me happy, that makes me want to get up in the morning and go and attend to my clients with a smile, feeling happy and wanting to give the person the result that they are going to be happy about. And yeah, I'm very grateful for that. So with that being said, I really hope you guys got just a little phela ngeke ngintshele yonke into, at least not for now. So I hope you guys got a bit of an idea of who I am and what I do, and yeah, I'm hoping we're going to get to know each other even more as time goes, because and me starting the YouTube channel, I don't remember how it came about, but yeah, I started it with the intention to try and get myself out there. So for me, initially when I started the channel, I was like, I'm just gonna take videos of myself doing makeup and whatnot. And then as I got to, I don't want to lie, at first I was like, like, you know, when you put something out there and then when you see, I'm not getting comments, I'm not getting a lot of subscribers, and I'm not, it kind of gets discouraging. But then I had to be like, well, I remember my son used to like say to me a lot of times, "Ma, Iba, consistent, post more videos," and I'd be like, but I can't be posting videos of myself doing makeup every day. Like, people are gonna be like, when I enjoy. But then I realized, no, let me also do these things that other girls are doing. Vlogs. I never ever thought I would put up a vlog. I just felt like I don't know, I'm gonna vlog about what, but again, I'm getting used to that and I'm enjoying it actually. So my thing is, it's very important to do something you love and enjoy, because it's so effortless. Me going to a client, it doesn't feel like work, it feels like a hobby. I'm going there and I'm happy about it. So while getting mullah in return. So yeah, I feel like I'm talking too much right now. But yeah, and it's so funny because when I started the channel, bengakwazi ngisho ukukhuluma, because it literally felt like you guys are like right here in front of me and looking at me whilst I'm talking. I'd be shy, kodwa ngibuka camera yami, yabo. So, but now I'm getting used to it and I'm fine. I'm fabulous. I'm happy. And yeah. Okay, bye now, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And please do like and comment and share my video and subscribe and join the family if you haven't subscribed. I love you guys so much and I hope to see you again on my next video. Bye.